How do you really measure a nation's progress? Is it one single massive headline, or is it something else? We think it's the smaller, powerful currents of change that happen every single day. So today, we're going to dive into just 1 month, February 2026, to see how India is laying the groundwork for its future, one move at a time.
So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with India's huge ambitions in AI. Then we'll shift gears to look at compassion and community support. After that, we'll see how the government is making moves both at home and on the world stage. And finally, a really amazing story about wildlife conservation. Then we'll tie it all together to see what the big picture looks like.
All right, first up, India's massive push in the world of artificial intelligence. In February 2026, the country sent a really clear signal that AI isn't just about cool tech, it's about empowerment. The plan here is twofold. One, to completely transform education for millions of its own people, and two, to plant a flag on the global stage as a major AI powerhouse.
And this wasn't just talk. We actually saw two huge events happening at the same time, each with a very specific goal. You had the Bharat Bodhan AI Conclave, which was all about bringing AI into classrooms, and then there was the Global India AI Summit, which was basically India telling the world, hey, we're here to innovate.
Now, at that education event, they announced something that could be a total game changer, the Bharat EDUI stack. The best way to think about it is like a digital backbone for a whole new way of learning. It's designed to bring AI-powered education to every single part of the country. This is way more than just another program. It's a full-on national mission.
Okay, so what about that other event, the AI Impact Summit? Well, that was India's big moment in the spotlight. For 5 days, the entire focus was on showing off the country's own homegrown AI innovations. It was a clear message that India isn't just using technology, it's building it from the ground up.
But a country's progress, it's not just about circuits and code. It's about people. So now we're going to see how that same drive to innovate is being used to build stronger, more compassionate communities with real initiatives that are actually changing people's lives. Down in the southern state of Kerala, we find this really powerful example of social support in action. It's called the Stree Suraksha Scheme. And it's so much more than a government program. It's a genuine lifeline for some of the most vulnerable people, offering a bit of financial stability to unemployed women and members of the transgender community. And the impact here is very, very real. I mean, a monthly pension of 1,000 rupees might not sound like a lot, but for over 1 million people, that's a source of security. It brings dignity. It's a direct investment in the health of the entire community. And it's not only the government stepping up, the private sector is getting involved too. The PNB Soldierthon 2026 is a perfect example of this. The theme alone, Run with Soldiers, Run for Soldiers, tells you everything. This marathon became this amazing symbol of community coming together to show support and unity. And you know what? This spirit of service is getting noticed all over the world. In what was a really proud moment for the country, 2 doctors, Dr. Haripriya Arvind and Dr. Arvind Kitesh, won the super prestigious Chang Crandall Humanitarian Award, and they won it for their incredible work in fighting blindness. It's just a testament to the talent and compassion you find across India. Okay, let's zoom out a bit and look at how India is carving out its role on the world stage. This next part is all about leadership, both in the global arena and in the massive project of modernizing its own government from the inside out. So, early in February, all eyes were on New Delhi. Why? Because it was hosting the very first BRICS Sherpa meeting of the year. Now, this wasn't just some conference. This was the official kickoff for India's year-long leadership of this really powerful group of nations. With Sherpa Sudhakar Dalala at the helm, India laid out a really clear agenda for its presidency. You can see the theme here: resilience, innovation, cooperation, and sustainability. And these aren't just buzzwords. This is a real roadmap for how these countries can work together to solve some of the planet's biggest challenges. So even while India is taking on a bigger role in the world, it's also working hard to transform itself from within. The inauguration of Seva Tirtha is a huge step in that direction. This is not just a fancy new building. It's a symbol of a more connected, more efficient government that's designed to serve its people better. All right, our final story takes us to the heart of a community that's fighting to protect one of the world's most endangered animals. It's just this incredible reminder that sometimes the biggest, most powerful changes start with local action. So I want you to meet the pangolin. This gentle, little creature has the horrible distinction of being the most trafficked mammal on the entire planet. It's hunted for its scales, and it's right on the brink of extinction. But in the state of Nagaland, an entire community is stepping up to rewrite this animal's future. Now, what makes this story so amazing is who is leading the charge. This isn't some top-down government rule. No, this is a grassroots movement led by the Sangtam Naga community itself. By putting a complete ban on all hunting and trading of pangolins, they've shown the entire world that local communities can be the most powerful force for protecting our planet's wildlife. So we've gone from high-tech AI labs to remote villages. We've seen India pushing forward on so many different fronts at once. So now, let's try to connect all these dots and see what kind of picture starts to emerge. When you step back and look at February 2026 as a whole, a pretty clear pattern starts to form. This isn't just a story about technology or a story about diplomacy. It's a story of a nation that's simultaneously aiming for the future while also strengthening its foundations. It's all about empowering people, whether that's through AI in a classroom, a pension for someone in need, or the right for a community to protect its own environment. You see, each of these stories is a powerful current of change. But as India moves into the future, which one will truly define its journey? Will it be the top-down vision of a tech-powered nation or the bottom-up strength of its communities? The answer to that question isn't just going to shape India's next chapter, it might just offer a blueprint for nations all over the world.